Welcome to one of the most fun matches of World of Warships I've played in a long time. And it happened to be on console. I know that's probably not that surprising if you've been listening to some of the videos that I've been putting out on the console game, but I really do think that at the current moment, the console game is just in a better state than the PC game. It is just more fun to play, in my opinion. And it's not a bad thing if you enjoy the PC game, by the way. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying for me personally, I really am having a ton of fun on Legends. And I won't lie, part of that has to do with getting the Massachusetts. I know I already put out a little bit of a video on this ship, but this game was so good that I had to just add a standalone one match in this ship. And this one's going to be great. We spawn on the kind of 2-cap side of this map. It's definitely a different setup than you get on PC. The island right next to me here is often used by HE spamming cruisers on the PC game, and everybody kind of snipes across from each other's home islands. But in this game, people just charge in, and it's wonderful. It is so much fun. So my goal in spawning on the flank, of course, is to make use of the flank that I've been given. And the island that's in the kind of middle of nowhere, it's somewhat feels like, but the island off to my right is where we're going to end up playing most of this match. And I am going to have a ton of fun. I've talked about this a lot, but positioning your battleship in a brawling scenario is so crucial to having a good game. Oftentimes, when you're the one pushing in, or you're the one that is holding from a position, and you're pretty stationary, or you're kind of alone, it's very easy to focus you out, especially when the entire enemy team shows up. It's really easy to get focused out in a battleship, in the PC game and in this game, even if you're angled. Your superstructure takes so much damage, and HE and fires, and in this game especially, floods kill you very quickly. So you really do want to be mindful of your positioning and making sure you don't open yourself up to too many angles. So I may look like I'm doing a weird play here by playing so far back and so far out to the side when there's Bismarcks pushing in the middle, and I could be brawling them right now. But it's really important that I opened up this flank. My team has set up pretty narrow towards the island's north of sea, and we need to get a flank or some sort of broadside shots on these guys. Otherwise, we're probably going to lose this flank. And I don't know if you've counted yet, but that's like the entire enemy team that is coming to this flank. So it's even more important that I get up to this island as fast as possible and limit as many people firing at me as we possibly can. Our team does a great job of focus firing. This is something that works really well when you've got a group of people and there's a lot of enemy targets to shoot at. The team that wins is likely going to be the team that focus fires better. Put all your firepower on one target and then just slowly work from one to the next. The great part about Legends and Massachusetts is that the secondaries are very accurate when you have this consumable active. Its base is a 30-second duration consumable that gives you, I believe it's 100% better accuracy, something like that. It's a percentage-based thing, so it basically gives you twice as good accuracy, and it's really effective. You can see how many secondary hits we get. Massachusetts, unfortunately though, it doesn't get the reload on the secondaries in this game. But it gets other things, like potentially more accurate guns. As we crush the Bismarck for our first kill. And yeah, so it has a 6-second base reload on the secondaries, but that's okay. It really doesn't matter that much because the secondaries are not there as your primary damage dealing, especially on a ship that only has 127mm guns. Maybe if you're a German battleship on PC after the 10.7 patch and we get better secondaries and they pen 32mm, then maybe. But as it stands, I think your main guns are just better off. The secondaries is just there for chip damage, maybe being able to focus out a target that you don't expect to come up, that kind of thing. They're really nice for that. again, we're trying to make use of this island to limit firing angles. So I'm constantly trying to be aware of who's getting close to me, where the enemy team is likely to head, how can I keep myself from getting shot at by everybody. There's a lot of HE spamming cruisers that are capable of lobbing this island, so I didn't even notice or realize that that was possible at that angle, so I decided to push forward after we end up killing the Jean Bart as well. And now we got a problem, because I'm alone here. The enemy team has done a great job of essentially trading 1-for-1 and not really instantly losing the match. Normally you would think that a team that gives up the entire map just to go to one flank would lose, but they've done a pretty good job of killing the rest of my team. So I really do need to survive here as my team, my backup comes, right? You can see they're on their way, but I need to stay alive. That's the only way this game is going to work out properly. And I don't really have much vision. Unfortunately, because I take the secondary accuracy consumable, I don't have a plane, so I can't pop it to spot for me. And an Atlanta pops up on my broadside with torpedoes. But in Legends, the propulsion mod gives you some ridiculous acceleration and top speed in reverse, especially. So we only actually end up taking, I think, 2 torpedoes there. Pretty insane. Somehow my guns, a full salvo at that range, didn't really do any damage, but luckily we have our secondaries here to finish them off. And that's our 3rd kill in 80,000 damage already. And we're not even close to being done yet. There's a North Carolina coming around, and there's a Roma yet, and it's some more cruisers. So I don't have the most amount of health left. You know, I only have 1 heal, but I mean, a North Carolina flat broadside like that, who can say no to that? But I'm still gonna wait, right? I don't want to pop around this island yet. It's too risky to just charge into this kind of a lion's den, right? They have so much HE pressure left in this match, so I really do need to wait for my teammates to come back me up and at least help me deal with some of these HE spammers. I could probably angle to the Roma and take a fight with him, and hopefully my secondaries would light some fires and I'd be able to out-damage him, but no way would it go well if I just popped out around the corner in front of a Roma. And I think 2 Helenas and a Suzua. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, guys. I did a horrible job there. But we can just sit out here waiting for one of those HE spamming cruisers to get spotted over an island. That would be alright, right? And in fact, one reverses out. Now, I would love to know what happens here. Look at what happened to my front turret. It all goes low. The middle turret and the back turret just overpen, and that's to be expected on a light cruiser that's flat broadside. The game no longer is interested in punishing bad players for playing poorly, so I expect that. But that front gun, I don't understand why that one went so low. It didn't even make it to the Helena, and yet I shot at the same time as the other turrets. So I guess there's some bugs in Legends that are the same as on PC. And there's our Kraken. We do manage to get a Citadel, luckily. He was flat broadside, so that is RNG that I got a Citadel there. That's not even close to guaranteed, even if I hit the right spot. The Roma got taken out by a crossfire from my 2 remaining battleships, so that was really, really handy. So all I can do is just pop out here and wait for this Helena to turn broadside. He can't stand under my secondary firepower, because my secondaries actually pen him. So we're going to be dealing a ton of damage. We wait for him to show a good angle, and there's our high caliber Confederate, and our 6th kill. And a small reminder, but Legends is actually 9 versus 9. So at this point, we've killed 2/3 of the enemy team. And we're still alive. I have only ever done that one other time. I believe on the PC game, I think I got 9 kills. Maybe it was 8. I think it was 9 kills, though, with the October Revolution in a Tier 5 game. So that's the only other time I've ever killed by myself 2/3 of the enemy team. And we actually get a Citadel there for a devastating strike and a 7th kill. So we killed more than 2/3 of the enemy team. So a crazy game. I was just giggling after this one. This one was so much fun to play. And yeah, I think that just shows the kind of fun you can have on Legends. I'm not saying every game is like this, okay? Because it's not. But it is a fun game to play. And hopefully soon I'll get the Georgia. As you can see, I was working on that campaign, and I'm getting close to finishing it, so maybe that'll show up on the channel eventually. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great day.